So as the football world continues to be on a football lockdown, I thought I'd take a little look at what the state of football would look like in 10 years' time. But in this video, we're going to be taking a look at one team in particular, and that team is West Ham United. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're going to take a look at West Ham, where they're going to be in 10 years' time. Are they going to remain a Premier League side? Are they going to be in the Championship? Or could they even be in administration? Oh, it could be. It could well be, you know. It's highly unlikely that a team in the Premier League will be in administration. But anyway, let's jump in. Look at this shortcut right here. This is just to kind of take a little look at, oh, this is pretty good. I should have done this all the time. Quick look at West Ham United, currently managed by David Moyes, has come in this season in the real world to take over the reins. Mark Noble is El Capitano, Pablo Zabaleta is vice captain. The key player is Felipe Anderson, with Gonçalo Cardoso, the hot prospect. He does look like a very good prospect as well. 10 grand a week as an 18-year-old. Goodness gracious me, they spent £2.6 million on him. But anyway, West Ham are realistically a Premier League side. When I think of West Ham, I think Premier League. They have spent a couple of seasons in the Championship along the way. Most recently back in 2011-2012, where they got themselves promoted via the playoffs. It looks like they've been there forever since. Mid-table team at best, and had a bit of a wonky season this season. But will they be there in 10 years' time? Let's recap ourselves with their best players. So Felipe Anderson is the main man. He's 26 years of age. He may or may not be in the game. The Chinese teams are after him, so that's a good possibility that West Ham may cash in on him for a big bit of money. Sebastian Haller as well, 25 years of age. He'll be 35 when we see him next. Of course, picked up from Frankfurt, who gobbled him up from Utrecht for 6.25 million. He's a hit and miss so far in the real world. Will he kick it on in this simulation? We'll have to wait and see. Yarmolenko will also probably pack it in. Declan Rice will be interested to see how he goes, where he goes. If he, what's his England situation? 3 caps so far as England international. Of course, does it say about his Irish days? He had some Irish caps as well. Is that legit? Did he have 3? Maybe. I don't know. Lanzini as well. And we know that he does move to Aston Villa, I think. We've already seen that as well. Some names here that will probably be gone, long gone, and all that kind of goodness. But we'll see. Just give me Jack Wilshere, the ever dynamic Jack Wilshere. What the heck's gone wrong with him? What's gone right with him? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So these are the boys. Remember them. Take a mental picture of them. Where the heck are they going to go? Well, hold on tight, grab some popcorn, maybe even get a soda from the fridge, because we're going to go for a bit of a ride. Woo! There we go, boys. Out the other side, 31st of May, 2029. Yes. Where are West Ham? That's the question. I'm going to give you 2 seconds to answer. Okay, so where are West Ham? Let's have a look. I've say in the Premier League, and they are in the Premier League. Happy days. They did have a little bit of a dip. Quite a bit of a dip, actually. So, of course, they started 2029-2026, finishing in 10th, a respectable 10th. Then they got themselves relegated the next season. Bit of a plummet there. Bounced back at the first attempt. Then got themselves relegated at the first attempt. 1, 2, 3 seasons in the Championship before a decent 15th place finish. They finished 17th last season, and they finished 16th this season. Not too shabby. The man pulling the strings these days, though, is none other than this fella, Radamel Falcao. That's right. Let's have a look at his checkered history. Milestones. Player, Man United, Chelsea. So this is his first managerial stint. He's come out of nowhere. Come out of left field. And yeah, let's not get too much into that. It'll be a bit too much of a spoiler. The reputations remain the same. Finances remain the same. Captain is Carlos Rodriguez. Vice captain's Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Where are you? There you are. Kieran Bowie is a key player. And this fella here is the future of West Ham football. He's a regen. So Kieran Bowie is the key player. £44 million rated. Scottish international. Don't know who he is. He's come from Fulham, who picked him up from Wraith Rovers. Aye, not too shabby, pals. Not too shabby indeed. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, El Capitano. 10 caps for him. Picked up from Leipzig. £16.25 million. He's had a bit of a journey. Picked up by Leicester. Then he went to Leipzig. Carlos Rodriguez is El Capitano. He's a real player as well, and it's actually been with West Ham since 2022-23 season, where we gobbled him up for £9.75 million. He's had an okay sort of season, hit and miss. sort of stuff. Picked up from Monterey. But that's just a recap of the boys. What about the rest of them? Let's have a little gander now here. Kieran Bowie, of course, £44 million. You've got this guy in on loan. Not really fussed about him. Who's this fella? Milan Nikolovic. He's a regen. In fact, let's pop a thing in here. So I just whacked in this extra column here just to see who is a regen and who is not. That makes it a little bit easier. I should have done that from the start, from the first episode. But anyway, Tahiti Chong is at the club. Picked up from, potentially from Manchester United. You never know. Actually gobbled up from Everton, who picked him up from Wolves, who picked him up from Manchester United. Not bad season. Has he made himself a Dutch international? He has. Probably not in his Man United days. James Shackleton. Where did he come from? Leeds. Flip-flop around a little bit and eventually ending up at West Ham. Joel Pereira, goalkeeper. Formerly of Man United. Went out to the US for a little bit, living the high life out in Houston, eating a bunch of steaks out there, I'm sure. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah, all right. So that's that. Let's have a look at the managerial merry-go-round for West Ham United. So David Moyes was binned off after a year. Sanoe Gunes coming in for 2 and a bit years, not doing too much there. Pavel Verba coming in as well, not doing too much. Chris Wilder, ex-Sheffield United governor, just shy of a year. Kevin Keane, no. Andres Jonker comes in for 2 and a bit years. Gerard Martino, who's been round and about the houses. I haven't spotted him crop up a few times recently. West Ham, Bournemouth, Wolves. He came in for a little bit. Ninda Madoa coming as a caretaker. And Radamel Falcao has been there for 1 year and a bit. And he's doing an okay job, finishing 10th in the Premier League. Now, what we all want to know is transfer activity. So, first season, no ins, no outs. Nothing to get excited about. The second season, though, spending a cool 74 million by only bringing in 38 million. Lanzini was one of them. Went to Galatasaray. Winston Reid went to Ulsan out in South Korea. Aaron Cresswell went to Brighton. Snodgrass went to Genk out in Belgium. Players coming in. Ola Ayana, Joseph Martinez. He's a bit of a savvy little player, isn't he? 36 years of age now. What was his tally like? Not too bad. Double-digit man. He had just shy of 10 goals per season towards the back end of it. Robin Knock. Alberton came in from Leicester. Dirk Propper, he's a good player. He's at Vietnamese Armen. Youngster. So what was his deal? He came into West Ham. Went out on loan to Accrington Stanley. Goodness me. VVV Venlo, back to him. Vietnamese Armen. So it didn't really take off at West Ham for Dirk Propper. Next season, Carl Walker Peters as well, 12.5 million. Next season, generated a cool 99 million pounds. That was the sale from Jared Bowen. He went over to flipping Arsenal, 47.5 million pounds. Very, very good, strong seasons, and again, still able to generate a bit of cash, 21.5 million. So yeah, he's had a good season, and he had 2 caps, 1 goal as well, Jared Bowen. So that'd be good to see. Probably in his Arsenal days, maybe this. Yeah, he got 2 substitute appearances for England back in the day. Declan Rice went to Burnley. What a flipping come down. Oh, my goodness. Oh, then later sold him to Chelsea. That's more like it. And Southampton now own this fella who's got 33 caps for England. He's actually wanted by Manchester United, finally making the move to a bigger club. Yarmolenko went to Swansea for 6.25. Diangana went to Bristol City. Fredericks to Rangers. Mark Noble went to Sporting Gijón, who's now actually assistant manager over in Bournemouth. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, he looked like a manager, doesn't he? He looked like a manager. Yeah, so that's that. Moving on to the next season. Carlos Rodriguez coming in. Joe White from Newcastle. Ramirez. They made a cool £48 million from the sale of Robin Knock to Berlin. Yao Mario. That's the guy from Forest. No. It's the other Yao Mario. There's a couple of them knocking about. H. Yeah, I'm on the move. Next season, cool, £27 million coming in. H on the move again. Nobody really sort of names that we are familiar with. Billy Gilmore, though, he came into on loan. He's now at Celtic. 2 caps, 1 goal for Scotland. That's a little bit of a shame because I thought he would go on and dominate out in the international scene for Scotland. Next season, Chris Narsing went to Brighton. Jordan Archer, that's the goalkeeper, coming in on a little bit of a deal there. Billy Gilmore on a permanent deal to from Chelsea. Let's have a closer look at him. Then sold for a little bit more money to Chelsea. Oliver Skip, we saw him already. You made a cool £74 million this season. Richard Grace, Newcastle, he is a regen, not really bothered about that. Sebastian Haller went to Young Boys Bern. Still in the game, 34 years of age. Not really set the place on fire. A couple of little double-digit seasons, but that's pretty much it. Same season, Philippe Anderson. You can click him. He's still in the game. Maybe sign him up. Got no pace left. Still, just two caps for Brazil. Went back out to he went to Russia. It's 12.5 minutes. A bit of a steal, really. Had a good season here. 7.16 with 13 goals, and he's now back into his hometown out in San, wherever that is. Joe White to Burnley. Ben Newton. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Moving on. 2025-2026 season. So next season, 2025-26 season, you spent about cool £44 million on Oliver Boscoli, Frenchman, didn't really make the international scene. You had him for a couple of seasons. Bog standard player, really, 6.6 rated. Kipri, goodness me. He actually made it. He made the big time. Picked up from Motherwell back in the days. Then he was sold to West Ham for 9.5 million. He's actually been rejoined Wigan again and had a bit part season. He's still of a decent sort of calibre for Wigan. You made £74 million these days. Carl Walker-Peters went to Watford. We've already seen them. Check out that video. Tyler Browning. Any other little standouts here? Not really. Joseph Martinez went on the move, so you took a bit of a hit on that guy. How did she go on out there? 2026 season, again, £66 million spent, 35 recouped. The players that you brought in, Kieran Bowie, we talked about him already. Michael Flapp from Celtic, Jamie Shackleton, we looked at him already. Joel Pereira from Houston. Meanwhile, Dijon Sterling went to Celtic for £8 million. Callum O'Hare went to Başakşehir out in Turkey. And a couple of other little guys, again, not really familiar with West Ham these days. Into the 2027-28 season, Tahiti Chong is the move. You're supporting this young, amazing player from Blackburn Rovers. Of course you did. Even Illich, he's a real player as well. A couple seasons, 6.91, just shy of a decent sort of rating there. Players coming in, you got 30 million coming in. Gilmore went to Celtic. Cassidy went to AZ Alkmaar. Dylan Livet, former Man United prospect, I think. Yep. He's on the move to the Middle East. And into the final season, Ruben Loftus-Cheek came in for a cool £16.25 million. Players going out. You made about £15 million. Players going. Ryan Nyambe, legend. The Namibian Cafu is now in flipping Hoffenheim. Big shout out to him. So, yeah, you made a decent signing there. You got to Minimamo, again, the formerly Liverpool man, of course. Didn't really break into the Liverpool scene. Went to Celtic, kind of ripped it up in Scotland a little bit. West Ham took a gamble on him, but then punted him way back away to Galatasaray. So Minamino did come a hammer at some point. And besides that, that's pretty much it. There's no real superstar standout signings there, are there? So let's take a look at the best 11 for West Ham over these next 10 years. Rivas between sticks, Buscali at left back, Cardoso, Suchek and Walker-Peters at your right back, Rodriguez, Fornals at your centre mid, Philippe Anderson left back, Alonisi at right back, Haller and Martinez up top. You can see their sort of goal return, their average rating as well. But what about the, let's have a quick review of all the season-by-season team of the years. We started back in the initial season, Fabianski between sticks and a familiar setup, of course, with Noble as well as Bowen on the right-hand side. So a familiar looking lineup. Bowen getting 9 goals in his debut season. Of course, a full season. In the real world, he doesn't get a full season. Next season, Bowen again remains on the right-hand side. Philippe Anderson on the left. Martinez leading the line up front. This could be a very decent season for them. Not too sure where they finish. Declan Rice in the defensive midfield slot. Fabianski between the sticks still. The next season, Philippe Anderson getting some 15 goals alongside Joseph Martinez, who's got 17. Very good, strong seasons for them. Bradley Decarino, where the hell did you pick up that guy? That's a little bit of a surprise. Picked up by 10.5. I didn't see it. You got to be careful when you're going for deal transfers. It's hard to see these little things. And eventually ended up at Wickham, and he's now available as a scout. Sign him up, West Ham. So Decarino made the team there. Did he ever get in the No, of course he didn't get in the international setup. That's a shame. Luca Connell as well, a former Irish youngster. Went on loan for West Ham. Went to Blackburn on loan. Still very young, still very decent and capable player. Next season, Martinez still leading the line. Philip Anderson as well. Alongside him, double digits for Martinez. A couple of players on the bench. Alberton and Joe White makes the bench. Pina between the sticks this time in the 2023-24 season. Carl Walker-Peters maintains that right back spot. Aloensi starts to deliver up top. 9 goals in his season. 7.03 average. Not too shabby there. 2024-25 season. Antonisi comes in on the left-hand side of midfield. Tyler Browning at the back. Again, it's starting to look very more unfamiliar. Oliver Skip comes in centre-back in the 2025-26 season. Alongside some double-digit man, Aloisi gets 13 goals, Antonosi gets 13 goals, and Ryan Cassie just shy with 8 goals. Into the 2026-27 season, Rivas between the six, Shackleton at the back there, Kipre as well, who's now at West Ham. We already looked at him. Kieran Bowie leading the line, 6.92 average rate, 6 goals this season, but he's still got a whole lot to prove. Next season, Kieran Bowie a bit better, 6.99 average rated. Tahiti Chong with a 6.83 average. Any other familiar names in there? Not really. And into the final season, Loftus-Cheek alongside Bowie as well. Mickey Johnson. Of course, this is the promotion-winning season. Kieran Bowie. Is it the promotion-winning season? It is. It is. And Rivas up top, Ryan Nyambi at the back. Not too shabby. Not promotion-winning season. It's the Premier League season. That's it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Where are we going? We are going over here. Going to take a look at the records now. Most goals by a man for West Ham over the course of the 10 years. Chris Nassing, 17 goals. He's a regen, so don't get too excited. The most assists by a player is Carlos Rodriguez, who is still at West Ham, wearing the captain's armband, I think, these days. So he is a very, very good player to have. Get excited about. Best average rated, it is Jared Bowen, I think. Or no, he's been pipped by Pablo Fornells. 7.17. He's now at Inter Milan, 33-year-old as well. Sold for a good chunk of change to Manchester United, who then sold him even more for £38 million. And then a quick overview of the old record breaking here. You spent £47.4 million on Jared Bowen. In fact, received from Jared Bowen, you spent £37.5 million from Sebastian Haller, but that was done before the setup. But that, my friends, is it. Yeah, West Ham still a Premier League side, having a little bit of a dip in the old Championship, but they'll be back next season with Radamel Falcao in charge. So tomorrow we go again, and this time we're going to take a look at the South Coast. That's right, we're going to Brighton, see where they're going to be up in 10 years' time. Make your predictions now. I'm going to go with Championship side. I think they're not going to be there. But anyway, boys and girls, until then, be sure to give this video some love and smash the thumbs up. And of course, smash the subscribe. Back tomorrow with another 10 years time video. We're going to come up with a slangy name for these. Futuristic video in Football Manager. How about that? That sounds pretty cool. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.